All right, you guys, what's going down? So if you guys haven't seen that post I put up on my YouTube channel, talks about the weed situation, right? I don't know if people are addressing this. I don't know if barbers are even talking about it, but I mean, it comes up, man, and it comes up with other barbers that I know, and we have this conversation. So I'm gonna bring it to your attention. I'm not saying you should smoke weed, you should not smoke weed. I don't care what you do. That's none of my business. But business-wise, it matters. And let me give you an example. Back in the day when I used to go house to house, right? And I'm cutting in a neighborhood I kind of grew up in the area, and I didn't really think about it. You know what I mean? Because I wasn't in the zone like that. And I used to go to houses and cut hair, right? So I'm at this house. This dude I normally cut, just like normal. Every 2 weeks I'm there. I pull up. Now, let me tell you about my situation. I had a job. I was working as a counselor. I was doing hair on the side, going to house on the side, on my free time, and I'm always like working. You know what I'm saying? I'm always looking for extra stuff to do. Like even though I had another job. Even though I was cutting hair on the side, I'm always open to work. I'm always open to find different ways to make money. So I applied to work as a janitor, and I got the call to interview. So after that haircut, I was gonna go straight to that interview and and see if I can get the job. And I go to my guy's house at the time. I cut his hair. He's smoking weed in his house. That's what I'm in his environment. I'm in his place. But I'm gonna tell you about something though. So he's smoking weed. I'm cutting his hair. Everything's normal. Right after that, I got in my car and start driving to the interview. It's about 30 minutes away. I'm driving. I'm on the freeway. The sun's out. I don't know if it's summertime, but it's warm. I have a white T-shirt on, and as I'm getting off the freeway, I roll my window down a little bit, and I start smelling weed, right? And I said, "Damn, what's that smell?" I said, and so I was looking, and I was thought about it for a second. I said, and I went like this. I said, and I smelled my shirt. I said, "Oh shit, that's me. I smell like weed." So I was like, oh my God. And this is before I was going to the gym. So I had no gym bag in my car. Everywhere I go, I got a gym bag in my car now full of clothes and stuff. So I had no extra clothes. No nothing. I could take a shirt off, change the shirt, nothing. I was just straight. What I had on me was what I had. I had a tank top underneath. So I was like, oh my God. I said, man, I probably smell like weed right now. So I said, but I can't miss this interview. So I just kept driving. I'm coming closer to the spot. And I said, okay, well, maybe it's going to be an open interview. So maybe I'm away from the people and they're not as close. So I get out of the car, pull up, get out of the car, go in there. It's a little building. And this lady and this man are there standing behind this desk. And they go, okay, go into that room and we're going to be in there, make yourself feel comfortable. And then we'll go and get started on the interview. So I was like, all right. So I walk into this door and it's a small little room with a desk in the center. That desk was small too, right? So I'm looking and I'm thinking, oh my God, we're going to be sitting at this desk. Like they're going to smell me, right? So then we sat there at the desk and I'm sitting there and they're looking. This is 2008, 2009. So way before weed got legalized and everything else, right? It was considered illegal. So, you didn't smoke weed. So, or at least you didn't put it on the open like that. So I'm sitting there, and they just got this look on their face like, this dude coming here and smelling like weed? Like, what? And I'm looking like, I'm answering the questions that they're answering me, but I could tell the lady's kind of going back like this. Like, I smell like weed, you guys. I smelled my T-shirt like a couple of days. I wanted to see how bad it was, so I didn't wash it. When I got home, I actually waited, and I could still smell weed up on there. That's how strong it was. So, long story short, I didn't get the job. And I don't blame him. Didn't get the job, kept it moving. But what that told me at that time too is I can't be around weed, smelling like weed like that. Because even if it wasn't an interview, what if I go to another client's house? What if I go to a professional's house? Which I did always have some professional client in my realm of me cutting hair, business owner, doctor. I had a lawyer. I had different guys I had, And like, again, this was before the time of it being legalized. I mean, being normal and, you know, everything else. So I ended up yeah, not getting a job, and it was just whatever. So, but that stuck in my mind, my mental, to say, man, you know what, I got to make some better choices, man. And so now that was me going house to house, being someone's personal space. Now let's flip it. Now when people come to the shop, right? And I had that situation where I had a couple guys, because now we're 2025, 2024, it's legal and everything else, right? So guys come in the shop and they smell like weed. I just ask them. I say, hey man, you know, can you just next time can you come and smoke weed after or whatever? Just get your cut, you know, because that weed smell lingers in the shop. And where I'm at, where our shop is at, we got attorneys around us. We got professionals right next door. There's a therapy clinic right next door, a tax spot. So we got some professionals in our environment, you know what I mean, which is important. So, like I said, I'm not rude about it. I don't, I'm not trying to tell people what they should do. I just ask people if they do come in smelling like weed or, have it on their clothes. And I had a guy, one guy that would smell like weed every time he came in. I addressed it to him. He still comes in to this day. He understood. He gets it. Now he does not smell like weed no more, and better for him, good for him. So that's a conversation you can have with your clients. If you're not comfortable with that conversation, man, have it. It's so important. Professionalism, like I said, the barber industry. I hope we hold on to the professionalism as much as we can, because I know it's a job that you don't have to go to 4 years experience in college, and you don't have to do this, but it's a real career. It's a real job. It's a profession. It's a professionalism job. So take that in consideration. Be mindful of yourself. Mindful for your clients. Like I said on the other video, your clients don't want to. I said that they don't want to smoke weed. What I meant to say is they don't want to smell like weed. Maybe they have kids, newborns. So just be mindful, man. Because trust me, in the shop when I cut hair and I get new people coming in, they tell me their experiences in other shops. I don't ask them. I don't say, hey, how was the other shop you went to? I just, we talk about things and barbering, and then we get into that. But a lot of times the conversation goes back to what they experienced at other shops and why they're in the shop that in our shop now. So I take good pride in that. I take responsibility for that, and I just want people to feel good, man. I want them to feel comfortable, good, and just I'd rather you leave my chair smelling great, ready for whatever, than smelling like weed and leaving me smelling like weed, or vice versa. So like I said, whatever you do when you're in your leisure time, however you do it, that's on you. That's your personal business. That's none of my business. But at least have standards on how you bring that to the table with when you're out here in the world and you're bringing it to the world, whether you're a barber or whatever. But something to think about, you guys. I appreciate it, man. This is not a long video. This is a quick one, just to emphasize on the weed part and going through that experience, man. And I hope it helps you in some way. Remember, I'll see you guys on the next one. Follow my Instagram, Your Barber, on IG. And if you're in my local city, come book an appointment. If you're ever in Sacramento and you're from a different city and you see this, come through. I got you. Look me up or hit me up. I appreciate you guys. All right, man. We'll see you on the next one. You guys have a good one and be smoke free. I'm just playing. Whatever you want.